chickies. We're getting ready to show you how we extract and how we harvest. Waiting for the hot knife to get hot. We'll show you guys that too. It's my awesome husband, Tyler. He'll be the camera guy. He's not for hire, sorry, unfortunately. But anyways, all right, to the next step. Time to go over the tools that we need. This is our extractor slash spinner. It's hand spun. It takes a while to crank up, but it gets to go pretty quick. I'll show you guys that when we put our frames in there after we uncap them. This is our hot knife. It's getting pretty hot right now. This is gonna help us take the wax cappings off the frames. This is our roller. This is actually new. I've never used it before, but we'll try it out today. These little pokey guys will stab the little cells, and ideally you're supposed to put it in the extractor, and when you spin it, it comes off. And then we have this bucket right here, and this is where we'll put the frame, and then we're gonna slice off the cappings there, while the cappings go into there so it's not a mess. And so these are our frames. So the hot knife will be used probably on this side because you can tell it's kind of sticking out a bit. So the hot knife will be able to cut these wax cappings off pretty sufficiently. And then this side, you know, it's not sticking out as much. So we're probably gonna have to use the roller on here. Oh, look at that. I've never used it before, but you can probably see if you come in close, the little holes in the cells. So when we spin it, hopefully those wax cappings come off when we get our honey. And this side we're going to use on our hot knife. So let's try using it over here on our bucket. Oh, let's see how this goes. All right, we're going to start from right here. Exactly why we have the bucket. It's a sticky mess. You can miss some, but this is just the wax cappings. Once the wax cappings are on there, that means that it's good to go. The bees are saying it's exactly how they need it to be with the moisture content, which is usually around 11 to like 15%, I believe. Don't quote me on that, but it should be around there. But anyways, this is terrible. I'm definitely not a professional at this yet. I just got it this year. Before we would scrape the entire frame, and if you were to scrape this entire frame clean, the bees would have to build all this back up again, and you know you could work them to death doing that. So we want to give this back to them so they can fill up the cells quicker, cap it again, and then we just repeat that process. So as you can tell now, let's put our knife down. So most of those wax cappings are off. These are all the empty cells right here. That's what's starting to drip down. So when we spin it, we're gonna see those empty cells. All right, now let's flip it. It's a sticky mess. So this side isn't as sticking out, but we'll start trying to use our hot knife on it. There you go. It's coming off okay. All right, I say let's put this in the spinner and we see how it goes. So one side is with the roller and the other side is with the hot knife that took off the caps. So that took off the caps completely. We have the wax in there. We're gonna put this guy in our spinner. Oh. All right, we're gonna do the second frame now. So you can pause it. All right, so we finished the first one. We gotta do another one, but I just wanted to show you guys like the different color. You know, we have like a darker there, lighter on the outside, and then we have these weird little, you know, call it burr comb. You know, nothing's ever perfect, of course. Same with like this side. They built out a little, but you know, this is pretty good. I definitely take this as a win. It's very, very nice. But then we also have frames like this. Before we do this one for this extractor, we have this right here. So this is going to be known as like definitely a big major burr comb, but usually we always try to give the wax back. But when it's like this, it's kind of hard to. Pop it out. we can't spin this. So, but as you can tell, see, like the bees were crawling through here and capping it from this side. So it's pretty crazy, but I'll pull that piece off and I'll, you know, eat it as comb. I'm gonna take the wax from it because we can't spin that, you know, it'll fly off in there and just cause a big chunk, but we could spin this, but I'll take that off later. It's also too like a darker honey, as you can tell, which is pretty cool. The other side, look, we have dark on one side, light on the other. Bees do amazing stuff, but now we're going to uncap this guy. All right, this is our second frame we're uncapping. There you go, look at that. These are all, so we're hitting that burr comb. I'm gonna try to just go around that. We'll get that off with our knife, but we want these wax cappings to come off. You can definitely see this is a mess. We do this outside, it's hot, but. So a chunk came off over here. That just happens sometimes, but as long as we can give as much back as we can to the girls, that is okay. Do this side. There you go. You get better with this with time. I might have dug too deep on that one, but it's very important. Try to just take the wax cappings off. Okay. Gotta flip it over. Get this side. So this side is, see how we're trying to get it with the knife, and it's like kind of getting it, but I mean, just a little bit of it. We're gonna use the roller on that. We could probably use it on this top part up here. There it goes. Take that off. So we want to leave as much wax. Bees secrete wax through several glands, and obviously it takes a lot more to make wax than it does to bring in all this honey. So if we were to scrape this bare every single time, they would be working themselves to death, literally, and we wouldn't get hardly as much honey as we would if we scrape the cappings, give it back, they fill it up, cap it again. You know, because we don't want to overwork them. Their bodies can only, or their little insect bodies can only make so much. All right, so we'll use the roller on that last part. The rollers on the spots we don't want. I'm actually just gonna pull this off. We don't want this to fly off in there. All right, let's put this guy in the spinner. Time to spin it now. This is the extra exciting part that I just absolutely can't wait for. So anyway, we have just 2 frames in here. It's only a 2-frame spinner. Sometimes it pops out, so if it pops out, don't be surprised. I won't be surprised, you know. But anyways, so I gotta hold it. And its own legs. Keep going. Want to show? Pretty quick. Just gotta keep going. Don't give up. Don't give up. Just keep going. And say like, I don't know, until your hand starts burning, and then you know you just flip them. Go. Alright, that's good. Alright. Let's see. Oh, it looks good. It looks good. Ah! If I don't drop the frame. Anyways, look at all those empty frames. Those little cells, I mean. Wow, this is so cool. All these little small cells. Awesome. Some chunks blow off, you know, but like that was that burr comb that I talked about. But yeah, all these little cells. We're gonna give this back to the bees. I mean, we missed some spots, but it's okay for the most part. But now we still have to do this side. Those cells are filled, so we're gonna flip it. The other way, I also like to make sure that this little corner is in that slot in the bottom. If you do have this extractor, it's hard to kind of tell, but if you're watching this, you know how to use it. Now let's check the other frame. I forgot which one we used with the roller, but they both worked, so that's pretty cool. We still have some extra honey here again, you know, but all these cells now are gonna be nice and ready for the bees to fill up again, and they don't have to make that wax again. it's just so crucial that we have to give this back to him. I mean, sometimes we can take it, you know, it's okay. But we're gonna do this side now. This is the roller actually. So we're gonna see how the roller did. This is our first time doing it. So we're gonna flip this one too. All right, my hands are so sticky. What we're gonna do now, out to it, shake it. From Cotton and Rust Design right here. Premium quality stuff. Hydrate yourself. Anyways, back to this. Let's see. Yeah, the roller did not work out well. It did not come out. Maybe I didn't do it hard enough, but see how it's all in there, so maybe I need to try it again. Let's see. The other side. Yeah, some still on there. Yeah, so I'm gonna push it again. Maybe I'm just getting tired, huh? Let's try it. We're gonna have to use the hot knife on it. Have a friend help you. You have friends. Check it again. If that didn't work, we are going to use the hot knife. It didn't work. So now we know. You know what? I take it back. Some of it did work, but for the most part, not really. We're going to have to hot knife this. The other side's done. Kind of basically almost done with these two frames for this video. But again, I just can't, you know, I can't express in words how important it is to give them back this wax. This is what it looks like right here when it's bare. We talk about that burr comb, it's nothing but plastic right here. This is what we give them, and this is what they make to it. So if we want to get as much honey as we can and, you know, make sure our bees are happy and healthy, we give them back that wax. But yeah, so we'll give this back to them, take that off because, you know, there's really not much else to do. But other than that, and we do get a lot of questions about like pollen and that kind of stuff, or different types of honey. We don't sell pollen only just because we want that pollen to be in the honey. I mean, we could and just not harvest honey from them, but you know, it's just, that's a whole video in itself, which I will post as well too. But yeah, so this is basically a majority of the process. We'll have to show you guys what it looks like when it comes out of the spinner, which we'll do next.
Yeah. Ready?
Yeah.
Oops. Oh my God.
Look at that. Oh. There you go.
Now will you
Look at that.
filter that?